Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Thursday, February 25th. Very quick video update today. I've got a lot to cover. First, I'm going to answer a lot of your questions from yesterday's video as it relates to PPP funding, the new calculation that supports independent contractors. You can now get more money. Second, the EIDL grant emails. We've got some new data coming out there on who's received them, when you can expect an email if you're still waiting. Updates on the stimulus bill and the support and what the timing is looking like. And I'm going to talk about our giveaways as well. As always, thank you so much for subscribing. Be sure to watch until the end of this quick video. I promise it's worth it. Without further ado, let's dive in. First, I want to show you a poll we did this morning. We're doing lots of polls, by the way, on our YouTube channel. And this is great, quick data that we get. So I encourage you to subscribe so you can see when we post these. For example, this morning, we've been donating our YouTube revenue since August to subscribers of our channel and users of our app. Hello Skip in the App Store if you don't have it yet. It's free. We asked what people want. Would they rather have us pick one $1,000 winner every week, two $500, five $200 winner, or 10 $100 winners? Almost half of you, 45% of the 400 plus responses so far, said you would rather maximize your chances and just get a $100 grant from us. So Monday's drawing, we are going to pick 10 winners. So the odds are 10x what they were this past Monday. All you have to do is hit subscribe, turn on alerts, and get our free app in the App Store. It's at Hello Skip, or go to trackeidlgrant.com. Links are in the description. Meanwhile, while I'm here, the big news I talked about 2 days ago were the emails that went out from the SBA to go to your SBA portal. Now, a couple clarifications I want to make there because some of you have asked questions about this. Number one, if you got that email, it's likely because the SBA wanted you to sign the 4506T form. It's a DocuSign right on the portal, so it takes 2 seconds. Basically, they want your tax authorization so they can review and verify your returns. And so if you got that email and you check, just to check your targeted advance status, don't forget to complete the tasks. Also, many of you reported you weren't able to log in. That's because the SBA was having bugs with their system. Not surprising, but some of you were locked out or you couldn't log in to the app you're trying to check. Some of you even said that the funding was wrong, or it said that you got an EIDL advance. In one case, someone left a comment saying they got an EIDL advance of $6,000 according to the portal, but they never received that. I'd be curious to know if you still see that bug, if it was potentially an error, or if you're still seeing that. Bottom line, the SBA has some technical glitches I think they're working on. Have you been able to log in yet? I'd love to hear in the comments. And thank you to all of you who are saying when you get the emails. It's encouraging for others. By the way, someone left a comment yesterday saying they received an email last night inviting them to the targeted EIDL advance, and they consider themselves in a medium income area, or moderate income area rather. So there's hope. Also, we have seen comments that there is some discrepancy between our app. On our free app, you can put in your address and see if you are in a low income area. That's based on IRS data. That's based on the data that's in the law. However, we heard that there may be some differences. The SBA has its own calculations that may be different. So I just want to point that out. We are looking into that to make sure it's as accurate as possible. But people are reporting that they're getting the email and they were in a moderate income area. So there's hope. I always say, remain optimistic. Everyone watching our channel has been so patient for the last year. Remain hopeful, because there's a lot of funding out there, and there will be another $15 billion, hopefully, when the new stimulus bill gets passed. I'm going to talk about these surveys here, but I just want to show you the stimulus news from today. Well, we know this, that in Washington, Republicans stand united against the $1.9 trillion economic rescue plan that they've labeled bloated, budget-busting, blue state bailout. However, some conservatives do support this bill. And this is a New York Times piece that goes into that actually there's a lot of hidden support. Republicans who you wouldn't think would support this bill have said it's a good idea. This person, Anthony McGill in Maine, a conservative, says most of it sounds like a good idea. And he says there's a lot of people that could use those checks. I don't know about needing them, but we could all use them. That's a sentiment by and large everyone watching this channel has, and we believe too. Look, it's a lot of money. $2 trillion is a lot of money. There are only, I think, 4 countries that have a higher GDP than $2 trillion. And we're basically saying, well, we're going to pump another $2 trillion into the economy. It's a lot, period. However, so many of you watching this channel need the support, whether it's for you as an individual or for your small business. That's why we support it. That's why I wanted to point this out, that despite this partisan split, and again, Democrats don't need Republican support to pass this bill to get it signed into law, many conservatives support this stimulus bill. That's why we're giving away money as well, to try to help. Otherwise, we expect a vote potentially tomorrow or the next day in the House. I'll keep you posted on the vote if and when that takes place. Finally, 2 surveys we've done in the past week. It's good data that's always changing. So, over 3,000 votes for this question. Have you gotten a targeted EIDL grant email from the SBA? 73% of you have said not yet. We may do another survey next week to see if that's changed. Maybe that's moved down to 60%. The second survey that has around 1,000 votes now is, if you applied for a second PPP loan, have you received it, yes or no? 73% of you have said no. So when I saw this poll earlier in the week, my advice was then go to pppbonus.com. That goes to Funding Circle. That's one of our partners, and they are speeding things up, apparently. Bluevine, many of you are still waiting. You're already in that queue, and I encourage you, go put your eggs in another basket, because it can't hurt. Whichever one approves you first, assuming you are eligible and you meet the requirements, that's where you'll get the money from. So if you already did Bluevine, try Funding Circle. Go to pppbonus.com. If you've already done Funding Circle but not Bluevine, go to trackpploan.com. Those are our URLs that point to Bluevine and Funding Circle. So now you know about that. You're still waiting. You're not alone. But these PPP changes are exciting. Here's a post we put up on the blog and the app earlier today. Independent contractors, many of you watching this channel, will get higher PPP loans with the new rules. It's worth saying this again. Many of you have commented on this. For example, some of you commented that the Funding Circle application has not updated their form yet to change that Schedule C line 31. Because the new rules basically say this: you will be able to calculate your loan amount with your gross income, not your net income. That's a huge difference. Not your profit, but your gross income. It's going to be a higher amount. Can PPP loans be adjusted based on this rule if you've already been approved and gotten the money? Unfortunately, based on what we've seen, we don't think that the SBA will adjust loan amounts or allow people to return their PPP loans and reapply under the new rules. This is from an SBA spokesperson. Carol Wilkerson said this: loans submitted prior to the official rule changes are subject to the rules in effect at the time of the application. It's a bummer for some of you, but for those of you waiting, it's all the more reason to apply now. Of course, you could wait. Maybe the rules will change again, but this gross income is good to see. You can apply, and if you haven't gotten funds yet, apply. pppbonus.com to go to the Funding Circle application. It takes a few minutes. When will the changes go into effect? The changes will go into effect officially starting the first week of March. But we've heard you may be able to get a head start on the form, and in any case, ensure you have your gross number and you're using that when you calculate your PPP loan amount. Do you need to file 2020 taxes to apply? We're getting this question a lot, by the way. You don't need to file your 2020 taxes to apply and use the new rules. You can use your 2019 taxes. If you haven't filed 2019 taxes, you should absolutely have filed your 2019 taxes by now. If you haven't, you should go ahead and do that. But as far as we can see, you don't need to file your 2020 taxes to be eligible for this new provision. So that post is on the app. We have other posts as well. For example, we talked about yesterday how the TSA is hiring thousands of officers to prepare for a summer travel surge. That's good optimism. More about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That's great news, the Johnson & Johnson one shot. Just so you know what to look for, this is what our app looks like in the App Store and Google Play. It's Hello Skip. Stimulus checks, still looking good. As soon as there's a vote in the House, we're going to keep you posted, especially if there's any changes to the legislation. There's always a chance that some things get chopped ahead of the vote. So we'll keep an eye out there. The new $15 minimum wage is still on the table, but that's being discussed as well in terms of can Democrats pass that via resolution or not. Finally, this is what we're going to do on Monday. We're going to pick 10 $100 winners. However, tomorrow we are picking a $500 winner. This is a bit more exclusive. The odds are good for you. If you want to be considered in tomorrow's $500 giveaway, all you have to do is watch our quick video at bit.ly/skip exclusive. That'll go to a video I did over the weekend where I tell you how you can enter into our $500 giveaway. Again, it's purposely an unlisted video, so less people go to it to increase your odds of winning. If you are so motivated, by all means, go check out that video. I like this too, that the voting ended up this way. But if you want to vote, by the way, for all this, please go ahead. it looks like this $10 and $100 winners is going to win. If we get another 500 people voting tonight, this may sway as well. So feel free to weigh in, and we'll make a decision by tomorrow on what we will do for Monday's drawing. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing and continuing to support our channel, liking this video and leaving comments. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.